Hi friends, today we're not going to quickly talk about seminal retention, nofap lifestyle, and how we can rebalance energies and the power in your relationship. So let's start with the current situation. The current situation means how the atmosphere regarding everything that is sexuality, and especially the learning of sexuality began in the world. So when you are 12, 13 years old, you don't learn about sexuality through your parents. You learn it almost on your own. You learn it through social media, which we will call soft porn, like Instagram, TikTok, seeing girls twerking everywhere, which will then lead you to look for pages and porn sites and to lose your energy. So that's how you will learn about sexuality, through strangers who do it for acting. And it will cause a trauma that makes you feel like you always need to experience this big ejaculation, or this big release, meaning this big loss of energy, let's say, for you to be satisfied. You'll be told that if you're virile, then you actually lose a lot of energy. The nofap, what is it? It's a movement that was created a few years ago, let's say roughly between 8 and 10 years ago. And it is a movement that encourages not consuming pornographic sites, not masturbating, and simply losing, rather having interactions with real people rather than wasting your energy alone. So it's already a start, because from that moment on, you can have an increase in energy since you are not engaging in daily masturbation, let's say. So every time you meet your partner or the person you interact with, you will have the means to release, as they say, to lose that energy. The problem is that you will just transfer this dopamine issue, and you will start to see this person as a drug, in the same way that you like coffee and you have coffee because you have headaches or you want to stay awake, or you take sugar when you have anxiety. You will do the same. You will just want to tell yourself, out of boredom, I will sleep with so and so. Out of desire, I will get involved with her. Or simply out of a need to prove yourself to your friends, I'll try to go sleep with someone. So you seek external validation, even if you're doing nofap. Now, what is seminal retention? As the word suggests, seminal retention. So the act of retaining the seed will allow you to build much greater energy. Why? Because you've noticed every time you have this energy loss, you go to sleep. Sleep. Why? To regenerate your metabolism a little bit. So 1 drop of sperm equals 40 drops of blood. And to make 1 drop of blood, it takes 40 meals. 40 meals that you will have eaten over about 30 days. And you will realize how tired you are each time. Why? Because it's equivalent to 21 kilometers, so a half marathon. That's why we sleep each time. So ask yourself about all the half marathons you've run without having the physical strength necessary to do it. So for seminal retention, actually, there are no rules. You can do whatever you want, solo, duo, it doesn't matter. The main thing is not to ejaculate in any case. That's for the initial stages. You will just keep your energy for 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 45, 60, and finally 90 days. These are the first on the timeline, and it will slowly allow you to build your energy. The important thing is to understand that keeping this energy while having interactions or masturbating, if you want, will allow this energy to circulate in your body, and you will have less desire to lose this energy. So it's very, very important to understand that seminal retention does not mean nofap. They are two completely different things, and practicing seminal retention requires much more discipline than nofap. So you can have seminal retention as a single person, that is to say celibacy, monk mode as they say, acting like a monk and having no access to any interaction, neither by yourself nor with a woman. And then you can move to the next level, which is having an interaction with a woman and keeping that energy. So it's entirely possible, and it helps heal many parts of the body by doing this. It's even an experience that is deeply spiritual. So we'll talk about it quickly, and I will explain to you especially how it can restore the connection and the power dynamics within the couple. So I will quickly explain how it works. Now, what you need to know is that when you come to talk to a woman, whether it's a friend or whether it's a conquest, what happens? It's that you will always have this need to finalize with a reward. It reminds me a little bit of an experiment they did with the dog. They put down some kibble, and every time they put down kibble, immediately they rang up bells, which means that every time the dog heard these bells, afterward it salivated even if there was no kibbles. Why? Because he associated the sound of the bell with the kibble, and as a result, he immediately had this salivation that reminded him of going to eat. It's a bit the same when you talk to a girl, actually, whether it's friendly, sentimental, or purely sexual. No matter what, every time you talk to her, then there's this bell that rings in your head telling you, if I talk to a woman, I need to see her naked. If I talk to a woman, it must end with something sexual. If I talk with a woman, it must be transactional. So not releasing this fluid will mean you no longer have expectations. And not having expectations, means you are much more free, and you don't see women as a sexual object. Let's say you are with your partner and you talk 4 or 5 times a day. Automatically, you tell yourself, well, apart from the 4 or 5 times, I didn't get a reward for being a good communicator. So it has to end with something naughty at the end of the day. And the problem is that she will also associate that subconsciously, and it will cause an imbalance in the relationship. In fact, seminal retention will simply allow you to regain not only your energy, your masculinity, your self-esteem, because you won't be seeking external validation, but it will also allow you to regain your power in the relationship. Let me explain. Unconsciously, there is always a form of power in the man-woman relationship, Kiki, and although it is said to be the weaker sex, in reality, since you are addicted to pornography, then addicted to sleeping with her, then addicted to being validated by the fact that you slept with her, automatically you become somewhat dependent on her. So when you regain this self-esteem and the fact that you don't need to ejaculate to feel good, you will balance that out, and you will be 50-50. You will be polarized. She will be able to be completely in her feminine energy. Why? Because you will be completely stoic and in constant emotional management, because you won't be chasing after a net. So it's extremely important to understand that, and the very fact of not seeking that will make you a better communicator, a better father, and especially you will be a better listener. You will listen to understand and not listen to respond and move on to the next, or finally get the treat like the dog did each time. It's very important to understand, if you reach that point, honestly, you've accomplished the hardest part, but I think it takes at least 1 year of retention. No matter how many times you relapse, you start over, but it takes a certain number of months and cycles to rewire your brain a little, to renew it. So in seminal retention, you will heal in 2 ways. The first way is that you will heal physically. So you will immediately start having more energy. Your sleep times will be much shorter, but they will be deeper. You will have an ability to concentrate. You will focus on very complicated subjects without using your entire brain. Let me explain. Let's say you're made to do calculations or read a book. You won't need to be fully engaged, and you'll need a lot of time, to concentrate. So these are really physical benefits. Afterwards, you will have mental benefits. Let me explain. There are times when you have difficulty waking up and being immediately alert and focused. As soon as you wake up, you'll be in your optimal phase, and during the day, you won't have any dips. You'll find it easy to communicate and understand what people mean through their sentences, through their silence. That means when someone tells you something, especially for sales, you'll have this ease in understanding the small details. You should know that when you ejaculate, it's equivalent to what a woman experiences during her menstrual periods. So when you do it 3 or 4 times a day, it's like having 3 or 4 times the menstruation a woman has per month. So it's very important to understand that when you will heal you physically, increase your energy, it will also impact the mental side, and it will increase your energy. When you increase your energy, it will allow you to manifest what you need. What you need to know, as I was saying, if you are at a low energy level, what will happen? It's that you will not manifest the body you want. You will not have the energy to exercise, eat well, make good decisions, have discipline. Because when your testosterone increases, you have a taste for things that are difficult. You have a taste for getting up early, exercising, etc. So you manifest your body. Then when you manifest your body, you feel better psychologically, mentally, and from there you vibrate better. As a result, you manage to manifest things much better. So it's a loop that has been very well made, which means that when you lose your energy, you feel like sleeping, you're tired, you lose testosterone, you accumulate fat, the symmetry of your face changes, and so on. And that puts you in an infinite loop of energy decline, rather than in seminal retention. You are in an infinite loop of elevation and increase of energy. So manifesting, you were surely taught to pray, meditate, or write affirmations. But I will quickly go over with you. There are two things that differ. So there is the principle versus the technique. The principle is the act of asking, either through your thoughts or whatever. And the technique is the type of request that is either through prayer or through affirmations or through meditation. So whatever. So the technique matters little if there is no energy. So that's why you need to understand that if the average person accesses this kind of information, and especially masters this kind of information, and it becomes their new lifestyle, then the world would not be as it is, because people would realize that their thoughts truly change their reality, and that their energy level truly changes their reality. So everything related to sports, proteins, everything related to pornography, speed dating, bars, nightclubs, everything that operates fully through the depraved sexuality of men, where we live constantly to ejaculate, would fall apart. Basically, the entire matrix in which we live would fall apart. So it's very important that you can start with 3 days, 4 days, then 7 days, 14, 1 month, 2 months, and gradually you build your confidence on that. So if you have any benefits you would like to share, if you have questions you would like to ask, write them in the comments. Like, share, and especially subscribe, because there will be a lot of information, not only on development, personal male development, but also on seminal retention. See you soon.